And of course, we have extraordinary euphemisms that we use. Now, euphemisms are those things that make the unbearable bearable. And so it is somehow all bearable for us to fill our weenie bin up, have the waste company come pick it up and take it to the municipal sanitary landfill. What a great euphemism that is. It is not sanitary, it is not land, and it is not fill. Perhaps 50 years ago when I was with my father and we went out to the Berkeley dump, maybe I used to fossick around and find wonderful things. It might have been safe then, but now, because of the carcinogenic, biogenic, mutagenic, chemical, saturated, heavy metal, chemical concoction that we now dispose of, quote unquote, onto the land that is not a sanitary landfill. It is nothing more than a toxic pit. Actually, here in Marin, I understand it's a toxic mountain. Was it Mount Cashmore? If we had, I want you to visualize the road to zero waste. The road to zero waste is actually driving south on Highway 101. This is only figured, not real. And that zero waste happens to be on the other side, over in San Francisco. And that's zero waste. But if we took on the road to zero waste and we got to the point, getting up, and all of a sudden they took the Golden Gate Bridge away. And that was our barrier. Well, you have a barrier in Marin County that's just as significant as taking the Golden Gate Bridge off Highway 101. A barrier to zero waste that is an absolute, from someone who has worked and looked at this problem. You have a thing called the Redwood landfill here. Now, I have been involved in New Zealand and we shut down every landfill that didn't meet quality standards. I looked at Redwood. Is there a lining? No. Is there cell management where you know where everything goes carefully? No. Is it contoured to eliminate water from penetrating down into the landfill so that no leachate is generated? No. Is there leachate collection, which is the most important thing? And the answer is no. I follow trucks out there, and you and I all know that you can put anything you want into a weed bin or anything you want in a big 4-meter skip, and it gets dumped into the garbage truck, and it gets taken to the landfill, and it gets put onto the land, and I've watched them put truck after truck after truck, and nobody knows what's gone on to that thing. It's an absolutely unmonitored process. Now they may say they have no problem, leachate doesn't show anything. I'm not surprised that they can find any leachate because it's already down so deep in the wetlands that the whole place is sitting in. And the reason I bring this to you is it's $40 a ton to tip there. In Europe, it's $500 a ton. New Zealand, we're looking at $250 a ton because that's the cost of containment. And until you get an economic incentive for everybody in the county to say, oh my God, I'm not going to spend $500 a ton to dump rubbish. When they have that incentive, they stop dumping. So I don't know why that landfill exists. I mean, there's been a lot of denial by politicians in this country recently. There's been a lot of ignorance like that guy down in LA. But I really don't understand why